How's it going, guys? James96 here, back with another episode on the Caplex SMP server. Yes, we're back, guys, with another episode, and yep, we are gonna be busy today. We're gonna have a slightly shorter episode today, just gonna get that out there straight away because the last couple have been a bit long, so I'm thinking short today. So hopefully we can get to that. So let's get started. So we're actually at spawn at the moment. It's changed a lot since the last time I showed it off. Me and Pure have been the people working over here recently. And yeah, there's loads of little things, so I'll just kind of explain what has happened. So we've still got the blast miners over here, which are doing a very good job. We've actually made some adjustments to the blast miners, which I'll probably cover in more detail in another episode, because that's not really the point of this one, because we've done blast miners for the last couple. But basically, they've been improved so that in passive mode they detect blocks faster, so these rails can actually move a bit quicker. And also there's some cool features which I'll show in a different video, but Dan's been busy working on it, which is awesome. We've got a passive sugarcane farm, which actually needs to harvest things, so you just go along a row and obviously just tear them out, leave the bottom ones, and then collect it all up. And then for now, all I've been doing is just dumping it in this chest here, although what I should really do, in fact what I'm going to do now, because the system should be able to handle it, is I'm just going to get it so that they filter into our main storage system over here. So what we've got over here actually is, and it's probably best for me to just check this is working. Yeah, it's not working particularly well. I need to throw it at an angle. This isn't its designed purpose. Can I? Yeah, I can do it at an angle. Right, let me just throw these out. So basically, guys, we've been very busy since the last episode, and on Wednesday was of course the Community Wednesday, which every Wednesday we have a community meetup. I sometimes stream it. I haven't streamed the last couple just because it's quite difficult to stream and also play on some of these, especially when there's stuff that needs sorting. But yeah, basically we made an Enderman XP farm, which we'll go over and check out in a second, but I also afterwards made a end pearl transport system, which if you don't know, when you drop items through the end portal, they arrive in the overworld and they land on the world spawn point, which for our world is in between these 4 blocks right here. So what I've done is I've made a drop shaft which goes right the way down to the bottom, and then it's just a water dispensing system, kind of like the one we've got over by the melons and pumpkins, which then fires them out and they get sent through the main item elevator and they end up in that system over there. So we've got ender pearls stored on the right now, as you'll see. I took iron out of the system because I realised the pretty obvious fact that this iron titan, which we'll get to in a second, is going to produce a lot of iron once it's done. I'm kind of skipping around it, but hopefully we'll explain it all. So yeah, hopefully in a second, yeah, there's going to be this. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be grouping these 3 together now that I think about it. That may need a bit more thought behind it, because these chests are going to overflow soon. But let's go and check out the back and see if it's actually making it in there. So if I just kind of parkour my way around, I've not got a really set way of getting back here yet, but then it's not all finalised. Another thing, the lack of videos. I'm actually slightly under the weather at the moment, but there should be more videos from Monday. With actually a really cool video coming out on Monday, so hopefully that should be better. But yeah, you can see the sugarcane going along and it's getting sucked up by these chests here, and if I go down I could probably get to the right chest if I can find it. So I think it's probably this one. Yeah, yeah, it's starting to fill up very quickly. You're already through 2 of the double chests, so that storage may need a bit of expansion. But as you saw, we've got loads of pumpkins, loads of melons, so it's not really a big thing, and I can always turn the melons into melon blocks to save on storage, so I may do that. But anyway, so that's what's happening with the sugarcane and also the ender pearls. We'll go check out the Enderman farm in a second. But yeah, like I said, if we just quickly break this, you can see it's nothing special, it's just a water stream down the bottom. I do get it to go into a item dispenser, so through a hopper, and then it gets shot out one by one. That's because with the end, like, you chuck the ender pearls into the item stream, which is fine, but because the end portal isn't loaded, which I'll explain more when we get over there, all of the ender pearls bunch up, so you just get a flood of ender pearls come through all at the same time, like a double chest worth of ender pearls coming through at the same time, depending on how many people throw through. So there needs to be a system to regulate that, because otherwise it just can't. It can actually get all the way up to the sorting system, which surprised me, because I didn't think the item elevator would allow it. But it can get all the way up to there. And then obviously the hoppers, they just can't take that much of a flow of items, so they all end up piling into the overflow chest down the end, which isn't ideal. So that's why I've got that system. Next thing is this mammoth build going on up here. So me and Pure, mainly Pure, have been working on Iron Titan, which, if you don't know, is a mammoth iron farm which produces like 1,000 iron ingots an hour or something ridiculous like that. So we've been working on that. He's been doing quite a lot of the work. I've got a few resources for him, and I also helped him with this villager breeder, which, as you can see, has produced a lot of villagers. He's already got like 20 something up the top there, so this is producing tons of villagers, which you need for the farm. And then the only thing that we've really got left to do, this is actually pretty close to being operational, is we've just got to put the doors in, which creates the valid villages, which then obviously causes the iron golems to spawn, because they see a village of X size. And I don't have a bow on me, but yeah, that's basically what happens there. So hopefully that explained everything that's happening at spawn, and so that clarifies that one up. That's where I've been spending most of my time, because there's been a lot of work going on. As you can see, I hollowed out a bit of this mountain as well. Someone had started on this little bit here, so I decided to flatten the rest of it and then put the sugarcane farm in there. And I'm going to be working on some more farms soon. I want to get cactus sorted, it's quite easy. Chicken farm I can quite easily do. And cobblestone generator I can easily do. But the only reason I haven't done it yet is because I'm probably going to hook up to a smelter as well, which will take a little bit more work, but should be easy as well. And then wheat, carrots and potatoes should also be fairly easy if I use a villager setup. I just need to check that it's not going to break the Titan. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. And actually I'm also going to make a path up there. Somewhere over there is a snow biome, so I'm hoping to make an ice tray, which is within the spawn chunks, hopefully. I'll have to check that, but that's another thing I'm going to be working on. So quite a few things, so I'll probably dedicate an episode at some point soon and work on spawn some more, but we've also got loads of other projects to do. Speaking of which, let's go over to the end and check that out. So, I will see you in a sec. Wow, what a seamless transition that was. I don't know how that one came out, but I don't imagine it was flawless, but I thought I'd mess around with it and see what it looked like. Anyway, so we're over at the end, that's the end platform here, and then we've just made something going out in this direction. So this Enderman farm, if you've been with my channel for a while, you've already seen me do before on the Highland series. Oh, interesting. There's no one else on at the moment, is there? No. It's weird. Not quite sure what that's all about. But anyway, you've already seen me make this on the Highland series, so it shouldn't be too much of a shock. If I remember, I'll put a link to that video on screen around now, but if not, then just look it up. It's just probably titled Enderman Farm or something, and I did a whole episode sort of building it, time-lapsing it. But anyway, basically, if you don't know, Enderman farms are the quickest way of getting XP, and I'm actually going to turn down my mob sounds before I go over here so that people can actually hear me talk. But basically, all you have to do is walk up to this farm. Let me just eat a bit of food because it's going to drain it quite quickly. And basically, all you have to do is kind of just go around, and you'll see my level starting to build up very quickly. Considering I'm already at level 30, this says a lot about the farm. In fact, have we got an ender chest here? Let's just go over this quickly. Oh, we're actually... Is it working? Oh no, it won't work because I'm the only one on the server at the moment. If you don't know, the modules will only work in other dimensions if there's someone in the primary dimension. There should be a fix for that soon once the Iron Titan is up, which allows the modules to work in the Nether, but I'd have to think of something else for it to work in the end, which wouldn't be too difficult actually. You just have to create an item dispenser that shoots an item through every 45 seconds, because the main dimension... usual words. The spawn dimension unloads after a minute if no one is in it, so you have to send an item through within 45 seconds basically. But yeah, as you can see, you can quickly gain levels from this, and then you can get ender pearls down the bottom here, which is very useful. And then what I've got here is there's some storage of ender pearls here, and then what I was talking about before is you could just chuck ender pearls that you don't necessarily want, or if you want to transfer large numbers, then you can chuck them in here, and then they go through an item stream, which I can't keep up with, all the way along, and we'll show the rest of it in the end, but they basically go all the way to the portal and then get dropped in, which is when they fall into the thing at spawn, which we mentioned earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're up to with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a quick jump cut, and we're going to do some enchanting, because basically we've got quite a few diamonds now, we're doing pretty well, but we don't have much armor yet, and we've got pickaxes for days, we've got yeah, I thought I'd lost one for a second. We've got efficiency 5, fortune 3, unbreaking 3, efficiency 4, silk touch 1, unbreaking 3, efficiency 5, fortune 2, unbreaking 3, and efficiency 5, silk touch 1, unbreaking 3. So we're doing pretty well for pickaxes, but we need to sort out our sword because it's only got sharpness and knockback. We've got a looting 3 sword here, but it's iron, and we also need we've got axe sorted with our chopper, but we also need shovel, bow, and some other things. So I'm going to make a quick jump cut, I'm going to do some enchanting, and we'll see what I get. So see you in a sec. Okay guys, so I think that's pretty much all the enchanting that I can be bothered to do for the moment. So the things that we've got then is we have got, I'll just go along and kind of explain it. We'll start with this actually. So this helmet we already have. We've got a protection 4, thorns 2, unbreaking 3 chest plate, protection 4, no unbreaking leggings, protection 4, unbreaking 3, depth strider 3, feather falling 4 boots, which I love. Those are like the perfect boots, and I always try and get those. And then going through our inventory, we've got a smite 4 book, which we haven't used yet. We've got sharpness 3 book we haven't used yet, flame 1 bow we haven't used yet, efficiency 4 protection 3 book which we haven't used yet, and a feather falling book we haven't used yet. And I think that's it. Oh, we've got a nice bow now as well. Power 5, unbreaking 3, affinity 1, flame 1, and diamond sword, which is sharpness 5, knockback 2, looting 2, unbreaking 3. But I have got a looting 2 book, which I'm going to combine it with when I get back to my base. And then in our chest, we also got a pair of depth strider 3, fire protection 4 boots. And we've spent a few diamonds, but not too many. So yeah, I consider that a success. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick jump cut, and we're going to get ready for what I want to do next, so I'll see you in a sec. One more thing that I quickly want to mention before we move on is Lysandra is online at the moment, so as she's in the overworld, I believe, you can see that we can now drain levels into this ender chest, which is rather useful because it means that obviously I can just build up levels and then store them here, so that if I want to do enchanting but I don't want to go all the way over to the end farm, which isn't exactly far, then I can drain levels quickly and do that. So that is another useful little thing, and you'll see now that obviously I don't get any more. And this is actually a lot quicker than it used to be, because the other day I was on the server and a couple of people, mainly the Sandra, were complaining about a couple of bugs, and also a couple of the modules had stopped working. So I just went through and I actually myself on my own managed to debug quite a few of the modules, which was quite a lot of fun. So the ones that I fixed were, there was a problem with blast furnaces, which you may have seen in my videos or someone else's, where if you smelted gold you'd get these bank books, which are actually from the XP storage module, but for some reason there was an overlap and you'd get them from blast furnaces, which wasn't the intended effect. So we fixed that, or I fixed that, just by reinstalling the module and then breaking any command blocks to do with the bank books. And then the other things which I fixed were, for some reason, heart canisters have stopped working, which I don't know why that was, but they'd stopped working, which was just a very easy fix. I just had to remake a fast clock, which I don't know how that broke, but yeah. Blast furnaces I fixed because they weren't working at all, so I just reinstalled the module because it looked like a armor stand to do with the thing had gone missing, so I don't really know what that was about. Blast miners was broken for a little bit, but that was just due to server lag. We've installed a module called Better Armor Stands, which I'll probably show off in a future episode, but it basically allows you to add arms to your armor stands, which is pretty cool. SP's been wanting that for ages, so I decided to install that on my many travels. This is quite funny because my XP is actually climbing up slowly as I drain it at the same time. That's very funny. But yeah, that's basically what I was up to. Okay, sorry for the bit of a sharp jump in the last clip. Basically I completely ran out of time later on during that clip, so I decided just to cut it there because I kind of rambled on a bit anyway. But anyway, we're over at our base, and I've been reliably informed Yep, I can hear it already and my frames are starting to go. That noise doesn't sound particularly good. Ah, yay. Guess he's been pranked. Hopefully I don't lag the server. I need to... I'm at my base. Okay, I'll try and kill these as quickly as possible. Basically, Brizzle pranked me. And the prank was tons of chickens. So, I'm just going to try and kill these guys as quickly as I can. So that we can get some frames back. It's an insane number of chicken. How many chickens are just there alone? Oh. Oh. I can't seem to... weird. So there's about... Where am I looking? What, 400 chickens? This is bad. That's an insane amount of chickens. When you can hear the noise of like the entities, or it's just a merge of sound, it's not good. On the bright side, I've got a looting free sword now. I built it up to looting free. Look at all of them, it's insane. Hopefully I can fix some server lag by killing these guys there, because I can't not be able to get to my base. But this is insane. I should sort our food supply for a bit as well. I'm just making sure I can collect it. I'll go in here. Yeah, we're still collecting at the moment. So yeah, Brizzle's pranked us, so we're going to have to prank him back at some point. I don't have time to today, but I've got some ideas in mind, so it won't be long before he gets a little visit. Brizzle pranked me, just clearing it up. Yeah, it's probably lagging out the whole server at the moment. I think he crashed the server a couple of times by the sounds of it when he was doing it. So that's probably why he... Are there cows as well? I haven't even seen if there's any cows. Right, let's keep going. This is insane. This is literally... Look at them all. That's like... This is... I need to get a screenshot, actually. Let's try going down. I wonder if I have any seeds. I'll probably get quite a good screenshot of this. Yes. Okay, this is going to be good. Hopefully. Or they're just going to, like, murder me. Yes. Did we get a screenshot? Let's get a couple. Oh. Oh yes, that's the one. That's so good. Oh, I love that. Alright, we've probably got more screenshots than I'll ever need. So, let's continue on. My computer's being really weird at the moment. Anyway, let's try and kill some of these. Alright, I'm gonna finish clearing these off camera, I think. We're pretty much at the time I want this episode to be. Very funny Brizzle, very good prank. I'm assuming it is Brizzle, I'm pretty sure it was Brizzle, that's what I got told anyway. I imagine he had some help from some people, so well done to all of you. If you want to own up and be brave about it, then you can. And I'll make sure everyone gets treated equally. Oh, when pigs fly, you don't see that achievement very often. That's actually rather impressive. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to work on killing these off camera because there's a lot to kill. And it's, to be fair, I've got my FPS back now, which is good. But they've all spread out now. They were all trapped down there, but they've obviously managed to escape. But yeah, nice prank, Brizzle. I will be getting you back, don't worry. But yeah, that kind of threw a spanner in the works of what I actually had planned. But having done some thinking since the last recording, I'm actually going to change what I was planning on doing anyway. And I want to get this episode out today, so need to kind of rush a bit. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, then please leave a like, and if you haven't already, then please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.